So here at SOS Outreach, we believe that every youth should have the opportunity to thrive. And we are dedicated to creating the connections, creating the skill development, and providing the resources that kids need to reach that space of thriving. All right, I'll kick it off. Hi, Seth Erlick, Executive Director of SOS Outreach. And I've been with the organization for over 15 years now, and I just believe so fully in the impact of this organization and the difference that we're making in the next generation of youth in the communities where we are.
Hi, my name is Kara Sherpa. I was previously in SOS as a participant for 8 years. I recently graduated from DU, and this is my first position in SOS as an alumni relations liaison.
Hello, my name is Travis Tapoya. I am a former participant of SOS and spent about 8 or 9 years in the program with my two brothers. After graduating from the program, I went on to college down in Colorado Springs and then moved out to Chicago and helped start the SOS branch of Chicago. And then now that I've moved back to Colorado, I'm still supporting in an alumni engagement arena and helping to support out the part-time programs that we do.
I mean, such a significant issue that we see, and it's with many of the kids and many of the communities that we engage, is that talent is really equally distributed and opportunity is not. We see that in a number of different ways as it comes into particularly in mountain communities where the mountains that are core to these economies, a lot of the kids who grow up in the communities, whether real or perceived, are told that these mountains are not for them. The social isolation and mental health impacts are just significant. And by engaging within those challenges and breaking down those barriers and expanding those opportunities, we've seen significant opportunities to address those problems.
What's challenging youth today, and I think it's been challenging youth since I was a participant in the program, was access to opportunities that your peers have. When I grew up in Eagle County, a lot of my peers had access to really experience the community fully. And myself and my family and a lot of other families like ours didn't have the financial resources or the ability to put our full family on the hill. And so SOS really provided that opportunity.
We're in our 27th year of programming, and in those 27 years, we've engaged over 75,000 youth for the alumni pool. And so these are kids who have graduated from our mentor program. There's roughly 8,000 kids who are out there who have gone through SOS.
Having an alumni network means that we're giving the best opportunities to our participants. We're having them be equipped so that the first step that they take after 18 is with us, like supported by us. And with this comes also the 3 things that the alumni network is anchored upon, which is increasing alumni's social capital, expanding their network, and also fostering personal and professional development.
We're just starting with the engagement. We're just formalizing this program. And so we're really building this from the ground up. Currently have close to 100 previous participants. They're no longer kids who are engaged and active in this alumni network and who are connecting to employment resources and to personal development resources. And our goal as we continue to move this is we're really formalizing that SOS doesn't stop at age 18.
I think one thing that the alumni network really does is it keeps the SOS participants plugged into the mountain communities that they grew up in and that they were a part of, right? So the students that are disenfranchised in their youth, when they turn 18 and have to work, they can't survive in the valleys. So they move into the cities and then they lose that connection to their home communities. And so SOS's alumni network really helps provide a tether to their home communities through the outdoors and through the connections that they provide.
I mean, Travis, that's exactly it. And that's as we went through 2020 and really rumbled with our mission and how are we setting youth up to thrive and what does that mean? And we identified that there was a significant opportunity for us to intentionally work with kids beyond 18 and to bring them back into the organization. And as they're thinking about associate's degree, 4-year degree, medical school, law school, armed services, going into trade school or otherwise, there's someone who's charted that path ahead of them who they should be connected to. And when we talk about that lack of opportunity that our kids are experiencing, how can we connect them to help make that bridge for them to achieve their goals?
I mean, we can help them with college applications. We can help them learn what's out there and not just what has been for them.
The access to higher education is getting harder and harder financially. And so SOS providing these opportunities and providing an avenue of, okay, if higher education isn't right for you, here's different opportunities in the outdoors environment that you've already been and had experiences in. It provides connections to things and shows them opportunities that still provide a meaningful life and a way back to your community that are not necessarily tied to higher education. There's so many inequities that in the last year, our society is finally shined a light on that many of our participants and our families and our communities have seen and lived for years. And so SOS is an active participant in trying to change that narrative and open those doors for our students and our participants, even after they move on from their high school career.
Consistency is really key to what we do at SOS, and we've witnessed this. I've witnessed it for more than half of my life, and it's really just helped me in my formative years, and it kind of contributes to who I am today.
The work that SOS does, both through its program with participants and through the alumni network, is creating those spaces that students previously haven't had, and recognizing that those spaces should be for everyone, that it's not just a in and out one-day program that they get something out of, which they do, but it's also how do we make sure that we're opening the doors for these participants and keeping them open and guiding them along the way.
We all lose out if people are not reaching their full potential. As we reflect on the alumni network and continue to develop this network, it's the extension of what we've done since day one. I mean, inclusivity has been part of our DNA since we were founded, of saying those mountains are for you, these opportunities are for you, these connections are for you. The output of that, the outcome of that is what we're talking about. The extraordinary becomes the norm as we're moving forward and as we're graduating our participants through the program. When I look at the broader community beyond the outdoors, it really is more than anything, get involved, take a stand and say that the next generation matters, and really demonstrate that inclusivity matters. And with SOS, there's infinite ways, from gear to direct donations to your time, that will ensure that we're engaging with as many youth as possible. But it all starts with a decision that you make, and the decision that you make that says this matters and I'm going to get involved.